Hello, you do. Do you want brekkie? Look at you. Hey? Yes. Come here, Rex.
I want your heart. I want you for myself. So no one else. So tell me your best. Well, tell me just how it is that you're someone else. There's still be love in your arms. And call it Tennessee so well.
Look how big she is now, guys. Oh, not the camera, not the camera. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to what's going to be one of 3 update videos on the horses, because I've had so many people asking recently for updates on certain ponies. So this is the start, and we are starting with gorgeous Etty. Well, actually, this is mainly about Millie. Another one is going to be for Ari, who is over there. And then there's also going to be a bear update, because I've had so many questions about what's going to happen to Teddy Bear once we get to the stage of weaning her and Brago. Which kind of leads me in nicely to the Millie and Etty story, I guess. So obviously Etty is Millie's foal. Just the most gorgeous, beautiful foal, and Millie was such an amazing mum. They were honestly like the easiest pair to have around. But of course, with horses, you do have to wean them eventually. We let her have longer than normal just because they were so happy together. Ari ended up going out in the herd with them, and it was just so sweet, and we kind of let it happen a little bit more naturally. Like we could see a point where Millie was kind of like, no, like I've had enough now. So that was the point we decided to wean them. So Mills ended up going off to a friend of ours, and so that was kind of like the point where we basically had to decide which one we kind of kept. We know that we can't keep all of the horses as much as we would absolutely love to. That being said, given that we've obviously got Bear who's having babies, Dee having babies, it kind of made more sense in this scenario to keep Etty rather than keep Millie. So that got us to the point where we advertised Mills, and I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that we are now 1 pony down here at Elphick.Event.Ponies HQ, so she has gone off to a new home. But you'll be very pleased to hear that for once I can actually tell you where she's gone. But before I do so, I thought it would be quite nice to go over a bit of Mills's story. Mills's, that's hard to say. And also let you guys know what is going on with Etty. Although there aren't really massive plans with Etty at the minute, as you can see. She's just having a really lovely chill time out in the field. They're kind of coming in on days where it's too hot or if it's too rainy, because we've had the weirdest summer ever. As you've seen, they get fed every day, and they also get a little bit of a pamper a few times a week just to make sure they're not getting too feral. At the moment, the plan is to keep Etty. Mum and I have kind of set ourselves the impossible task of basically deciding whether we keep Etty or Moose long term. Like, nothing's happening right this minute, but we've kind of thought, right, that's the decision we need to make, because we can't have every single homebred stay with us as much as we'd like to. It is expensive, and you do need a lot of land, and part of the reason we do breed is to be able to watch these horses and ponies go off and have amazing lives and do well. So that is an amazing aspect of breeding. So it is quite nice. As sad as it is selling them, it can be really nice watching them go off and exceed. It's the same as when I do producing horses, like seeing Sally and Dora just absolutely acing life does make me really, really happy. So that's kind of the plan with Ets. At the minute, she is going to be just living her best life in this nice big grassy field, and yeah, we'll make that difficult decision further down the line, or I'll win the lottery and we'll be able to keep them all. So we bought Mills all the way back in, I think it was 2020. Yeah, I think it was 2020, like pretty sure it was the year COVID kicked off. Gosh, time really flies. So we always bought Mills as a project pony. We just absolutely adored her when we first saw her. She moved really, really nicely and just had the cutest little pop on her. And she really reminded me of Bear because she's very much like a sort of a sporty cob, I'd describe her as. We don't actually know what her full breeding is, but I think it's safe to say there's definitely a significant amount of Welsh D in there. She certainly had some Welsh D attributes, but yeah, absolutely loved her and always thought, oh, she'll be an epic pony to produce. So that's what we did that summer. We had loads of fun with her. We took her out jumping, did loads of hacking and just worked at home. Because it was the year of COVID, there was very little going on. So like we'd take her to arena hire, but competitions didn't really start up till a bit later in the year. It was, you guys know, such a weird time. So we were kind of pottering about, and then we think she had a slip in the field because she just seemed to put her pelvis out a little bit. That meant she had to have a bit of time off. She obviously had loads of physio and treatment for it and seemed absolutely fine. And then I made the wild decision to start trying going down the foaling journey with Bear. So this kind of all coincided around the same sort of time. And we were at the point where we were like, well, Millie's like been out of work. She's just sitting in the field and Bear's gonna have a foal. So maybe we have two foals so that they can like bond together and just be turned out together. You can see with Moose and Brago, they literally have the best time. I do strongly believe that it's so lovely for youngsters to have other youngsters and just have like a little bit of a, almost like a herdy environment. And there's only 4 of them, but like it's a really nice little group and they kind of look out for each other. So that's what we wanted to do. We're like, oh, dream come true. We'll have a little foursome. And then, as we all know, Bear really did not play ball. So that was the pregnancy where Bear unfortunately absorbed her foal very early on, but we obviously didn't find out till a lot later on. So it did mean that Millie's mum buddy kind of thing went out the window, but we were obviously blessed with the most gorgeous, amazing, perfect foal with Etty. Like, Millie couldn't have ticked any more boxes if she'd tried. And she was also, not only was she just the best mum, like in the way she looked after Etty, but she just loved it. I've never seen a mare take to being a mum as well as she did. And Millie had already previously had a foal, so she was a proven brood mare, but she was just fantastic. She was so caring, absolutely adored Etty, and yeah, it was just easy. That's the only way I can describe it, is they were so easy to do. Millie like just took care of everything. Some mares you get where you're like, oh god, like we need to intervene here a lot, we need to help the foal feed and like they can tread on the foal and everything. Millie did none of that. She was just perfect from day dot. And then obviously you guys know how the story kind of goes from there, and it does bring us up to this point where I'm sitting in the field and I think it is about to rain, which is pretty gross. Well, I guess technically it brings us to a couple of months ago. So we got to the point where we were ready to advertise Mills, and I was really lucky that a good friend ended up seeing the advert, and actually someone who you know on here. So it was the lovely Sharon from New Barn Stud who messaged me almost instantly after the ad went up and was like, oh my word, I did not realise you were selling Millie, like she has to come here. Sharon, I think, had really fallen in love with not only her but also Etty, because obviously she foaled her. Millie was super easy and yeah, just had the most gorgeous foal. And I remember Sharon saying how, firstly, how good Millie was at being a mum, but also what a gorgeous little foal she'd had right on cue. So that is where Mills ended up going, which is just so exciting. She has gone to be a brood mare for Sharon. Sharon currently has the most adorable little cob stallion slash colt. He's still young. And of course she stands Don Dante at New Barn Stud. So she's got 2 gorgeous stallions, both of which would complement Millie really well. And Sharon's kind of thinking is that she's wanted a really nice, genuine, easy, sturdy mare to breed some more kind of riding types. So Millie ended up going down to Sharon's a few weeks ago, and then not very long ago I had the pleasure of going to visit her, and of course I did take my camera. So we're gonna go and see Little Mills, see how she's settled in, and also going to meet Hickory, who I believe is going to be her husband this year. Oh, hello little one. Has she been good?
She's been really good.
She settled.
No trouble at all.
Hi Mills. I mean, she's clearly nice and relaxed, judging by the droopy lip. Oh, it's good to see you again, Poppet. Oh my word, the hair is just crazy. Okay. So you said she was in season literally as she arrived?
Just come out, so yeah, we're just waiting for her to come back in naturally, and then hopefully end of this week. She will be ready.
Oh, she's so calm and nice here. She really likes it.
Very laid back.
You're very laid back. Oh.
She says you spam my hair now.
I wanted to see your star, sorry. Let me put
Don't
it
embarrass me
back.
in front of my mates.
No, I think we're going to have a bit of a competition as to who is hairier, you or future husband, who we're going to go and meet in a minute. But I genuinely think it might be him that's hairier. Hey, you have adorable little babies. Oh, you are such a good girl. And Ettie's doing good at home, you'll be pleased to know.
She said, Etty who?
Ettie, yeah, literally. To be fair, it was Ettie that was way more like upset about the weaning than she was. She was really good about it. Yeah. She says, yeah, get rid of that Palomino thing. It's a lot of work. Oh, she's literally like naked. I don't. It's been like 2 weeks nearly.
It's my new mates. Don't embarrass me.
Oh, it's so nice seeing how chilled and calm she is though. Just like you were at home, hey? You're happy. She says, yeah, fine. Right, Mel, let's go meet hubby. Hubby Hickory. Tell me a bit about him.
He was a rescue, so I've had him a couple of years now. Had him since he was a foal. And he's still got his...
He says, no cameras.
He's not used to the cameras.
Oh my god. Literally Hairy Hickory is the right name. I think he is hairier than Millie.
I think so, he's definitely got bigger feathers than her, longer feathers.
God, you are so cute. So this is the famous husband that Sharon contacted me about, and she said, oh, if you are looking for a home for Millie, I have the perfect little hubby. So what are you thinking with their foals then?
They would be great riding club horses, ponies.
Yeah.
Potentially go driving, I guess, but
I feel like possibly little show ring ponies as well.
Yeah, they could do that.
Gorgeous.
They could do a bit of all-roundery. They have great temperament.
Yeah. I
found
think
his tickle spot.
may have found a spot here. Oh, you are so sweet. And Sharon has promised that when we have the first foal from these two, that we can come and film. And meet the little baby. But you just say you think that he'll pass his coloured gene on.
Yep, you should do. Yep, he's got these little spots, so you should be.
Yeah, what are those little spots? What do they mean?
It varies. Just means that he's homozygous positive, which means he should pass on his colouredness. I don't know if that's the wife tale or not.
I think we'll be having a little piebald one coming
I
next.
think you might. A hairy little.
A little.
Hairy little haggis.
Oh, well, there's a possible name, isn't it? I think we have a baby haggis. Oh, I'm so happy that Mills has got a nice home. And she's doing what she loves, because she's literally obsessed with being a mum.
She's a great mum, yeah.
Such a good mum. And that we're going to be bringing beautiful little hairy ponies into the world to go and have nice homes and go and do fun things. Yeah, and the scratches. We have got Dante here as well, who we couldn't not say hello to. Now he's actually all plaited up because we are here for another reason. Oh, he is terrifying.
I know.
I see what you mean about the 3 words. Yeah, we're actually going to film a video for gorgeous Dante. So he's Brago's daddy, and we wanted to do something nice for Sharon and his owner. So we're going to go and do a nice fancy video of him being ridden, hence why he looks all gorgeous. But we couldn't not say hello, and I'm going to put a few of those little clips in this vlog too, so that you guys get to see how gorgeous he is when he goes. Because I don't think I've really included that much on my vlog of him actually going. I'm excited. I'm excited. We're going to load him up, take him to Tom's place to be ridden, and I'll include a few clips in here, and then I will definitely share his gorgeous video once Grantlands Media has made it.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
So there we have it, guys. Although it's really strange not having Mills here, this situation genuinely couldn't have played out any better. Like, Sharon is such a good old friend. I've literally known her since I was probably like 4 years old, because she used to teach me in Pony Club. So it's so nice that Mill has gone somewhere that we'll definitely keep in touch with, that I'm allowed to go and visit her as much as I want. I can film for you guys because Sharon's fine with that. And it's also just a place that we end up going quite regularly, because obviously we sent all of our mares to New Barn Stud to foal. Literally would not send them anywhere else. Sharon is so amazing and experienced, so that's where Dee Dee will be going next year. Yeah, just really nice that she's gone somewhere that still feels like she's very much kind of part of the family. And as I think I mentioned, we're definitely allowed to go and film the little baby that they end up happening. I need to text Sharon actually, because when I went down there, she was obviously saying that she thinks she'll cover her in a week's time, and that basically brings us to pretty much when I'm filming this. So I'm gonna text Sharon and see if it was successful. But how adorable is that foal gonna be? I'm so excited. Also, the funny thing with Mill, so her first ever foal she had was like a very, very dark brown. Not quite black, I don't think, but very, very dark brown. And then she's obviously had Etty, like complete Palomino, hiding behind Ari. And then I'm 99% confident that she's gonna have a coloured with Hickory. So she's just gonna have like the widest colour palette of foals. It'd be really, really sweet. So yes, that is the update on Mill. Sorry it's taken me a while to get out, guys, but I do prefer giving you updates when I kind of have like a final answer and story to give you. It can be really hard sometimes because obviously with horses things like play out over the course of months, and I know you guys love having updates, but equally it feels really weird to like do a video being like, oh, today we've weaned them, and then like, oh, today we're putting an advert up. Do you know what I mean? So I hope that's okay, that I've just done a big overall update. And like I said, I'm going to be doing one for Ari. I've had so many questions with him, but going back to what I just said, I want to be able to give you, the overall picture, and still filling in a few blanks with Ari at the minute. But I will do one for Bear as well, because you're also very interested. In fact, if you guys have any questions which you'd like covered in the next couple of updates, or if you have any questions from this one, I'm going to try and be in the comment section to answer. Other than that, I live, laugh, love you, and I'll see you very, very soon. I cannot wait for 2024. I feel like I'm having two foals again now, even though Millie's very much not our horse anymore, but she's my horse in my heart, and I'm just so pleased that we get to go and meet the foal next year.